Hey everyone, Dilo Barber here with a myth fade with a design tutorial. We start by disinfecting our clippers with the cool care. Then I grab my 1.5 guard and start debulking the hair with a scoop out motion. And as you can see, I don't go too high because I don't want to leave the hair line. And also I'm kinda doing it fast. This shouldn't take you a long time. You just to clean up the area where you're gonna put the fade in, and look how I scoop out all the way to up without sometimes even touching the head. I'm just touching the hair so I can start giving it that shape. Make sure you take all the hairs all the way because the trimmer is gonna pass there easier if you get all the hairs so it doesn't get stuck later. Also, I do a little bit of clipper over comb, as you can see over there, just to save some time. I see some long ass hair, so I'll take him right away, just like that. I try to don't go deep, like just debulking. Then with the trimmer, I start doing the ball line, and I do slight touches. I barely touch the head. I do very light tips, just enough to make it seam the line. I don't want it too hard because if you press the trimmers too hard over there, you're gonna have a hard time taking that line off when you start fading. So you just do light touches. Then I start cleaning up all the hairs with the trimmer, and also in this part take all the hairs because later that you pass the shaver you're gonna struggle if there's some long hairs. They have to be short so it's easier to shave them off with the shavers. Also feel free of moving the client's ear so you can take all the weird spaces and angles right. Don't be afraid of moving client's head or manipulating. It's part of the job, so get into it. Make sure you keep your area clean, brush it off, use the dusts. It's better to work like that. Now with the half guard, I start my first guideline of the fade, and I go about 1/2 inch above the ball line, just like that, scooping out very quick. You don't wanna be there too much for hours, like trying to make the guideline. This gotta be quick. It's not detailing, it's just making the job easier when you fade so you can see it all better. Also try to make those lines even for a better finish. The next thing is gonna be the one guard with the lever open. I'm gonna go above that half guideline, above 1 inch, in a scoop out motion too. And I try to make it more light even on the end of the guideline because it's gonna be also almost touching the top. So I want to make it light. Then I'm gonna close the lever and I'm gonna try to fade that middle line that you can see over there between the half and the one. And it's not gonna be completely faded away, but that's no problem. We're just trying to make it light. Sometimes it fades away, sometimes it don't. It doesn't matter, we'll take it later. But that's how it works. You go with the lever open, then lever closed. And if you see a little bit of detail that you can tell is gonna go away with a little bit of closing or opening, feel free to do it. That's what I do sometimes. Like, even though I open it, I close it again and open it again and close it again till I get the results I want. But it should be just open and closed. Make sure that after a few steps you keep brushing and keeping it clean. Now with the shavers, I'm gonna start making the fade skin above that trimmer guideline. I'm gonna start shaving off all those hairs, and I kinda go a little bit hard, not too light, so the fade can be easy to cut like butter and get all the way to the skin tone. Try to do it till you see no more dark dots in the skin. Also, don't go all the way in the line. You're gonna leave a hard line to fade. I take the shavers all the way to like 1 or 2 millimeters before the line of the ball line starts, And then right in that line I kinda tip the shaver with up to down movements so it can fade away, right there. The next step is gonna be with the clipper no guard lever close. You're gonna start making this circle scooping out motion so you can fade that ball line in the bottom. Now you're gonna just hit that part, just the bottom line, with the corners of the blades, and as soon as you make that, you open the lever right there and fade away a little bit more up. What we're trying to do when we open the lever is to actually fade away all the lines, but if you can, there's no problem, we'll wait with that later. But that's what we're trying to do, like light up all the fade, first with the lever closed, then with the lever open in a circle scooping out motion, just like that. And when you open the lever, try to fly it away more that clipper, like don't go too much into the head, like try to fade it away like in the air, just touching the hairs, if that makes sense. But yeah, just like that. Also the same thing works here with the one guard. You just gotta be open and closing as you can see. Like the ideal is to just close then open, but if you see another hair that you can get opening or closing, just get it. It'll help you to get that more detailed steps and don't go back too much. Just like that. Now with the trimmers, we're gonna use only the corners of the blade so we can clean up that last line that is on the bottom between the shavers and the zero. And you're gonna do like just where you can see the dark spots. It doesn't have to be all the way through the line, just where you can see that there's still some left. And also never use the whole blade, because you're gonna end up doing something wrong or getting the fade higher than you want. Just use the corners of the blade, just like that. Also I do it like in a circle, rounded, scooping out motion. Then with the half guard, we're gonna finish up fading that area. It's gonna be with the lever open first, using only the corners of the blade too, flying away that clipper, just scooping out. And then I'm gonna close the lever to take off the last dark spots that I can see, just like that, scooping out, only using the corners of the blade. That's very important, because if you use the whole blade, you're gonna lose all those angles that the shape of the head has. So you should be using only the corners of the blade, opening and closing it too, as you can feel it or see it. Now this step should take most of the lines that are left, but if you can't take them all off or away, like make that perfect fade, don't worry about it, we'll get into detail later. Now with the clipper overcome technique, I'm gonna start debulking all the hair that I can see from the top connecting to the fade. And I'm not trying really to take off all that line or fade away completely the fade. I'm just trying to give a shape to the head, so you look it from the front and it doesn't look like a V shape. Like you gotta make sure it's a well rounded or square shape attached to the head, if that makes sense. So here I'm just trying to debulk the hair, and I only do it one or twice per area. I don't try to go too deep so I don't make holes. Also I change the angles of the comb, as you can see, and the clipper too, because the head has a lot of very weird angles and ups and downs, so you gotta keep that on check. You don't pass the clipper overcome all the way straight to the head. You gotta be dynamic with it. Then I start spraying the hair so I can be seeing how the fade is coming on the top, and I grab my scissors and start fading away all those details that I can see from the dark spots. And you gotta only use the tips or the scissors, just enough to make the cuts you want where you want. Because if you go all the way straight with the scissors, you may be leaving uneven hairs or parts that you will not like, or it's irreparable. So that's why I try to be very precise with the scissor overcome technique, only using the tips of the scissors so I can only detail with it, finish fading where I can see the dark spots. I cut till I see a difference and I leave it like that. Then the point cutting technique will help you get those details through the 0 or half guard areas. Just like that, I help it with my hand. Then I'm gonna start the design with the trimmers. I make like a little line on the top, and then I one in the middle, and then I make the arch, so that way I can get lost with the S and the track. And then I make the down below one and the arch, so I can keep the control of how big I want the S to come out. Because sometimes when you go all the way from up and down or from down to the top, the S comes out like weird, like it doesn't come out good because you're not really like measuring or making a base for it. That's why I like to make like the top, the medium, make the arch, and then the bottom and connect it with the medium, and that's how I make it. Then I'm gonna try to add a little bit more arch in the end and in the beginning, so the S looks like more stylish. I don't like it to look like simple. I spray some water and I start the razor work, and I have to stretch the skin as much as I can so I can be precise with the razor. Also, it's easier to cut, not gonna lie, and if you're doing the razor work, try not to do it a lot of times, because maybe you'll take the lines too thick and you don't want that. Like, in my opinion, I don't like too thick lines on a design, especially if it's a small one. And I'm gonna show you a little bit of tricks that you can do to make designs pop more. What I usually do is just grab the white pencil. I'll show you right now. Also, look how I'm changing all the angles in the razor so I can get those weird areas where you don't feel comfortable doing it just straight, just like that. Then with the white pencil, I'm gonna draw a line like the drawing inside the S, and I'm gonna try to fade away with the trimmer, just like tipping it out and try to stretching it. I don't know how to explain it, like if you're doing the design all over again. Also, this step could help you to get those hairs that you don't look when there was nothing inside or a good base, and it can be better. Now with the Kiss Express, I do a little bit of tint in there in the C cup so the haircut can pop more, and I fade it away with the towel so it looks more natural. Now with the scissor overcome technique with the thinning shears, I take all the bulk that is heavier that I don't like. Also, I try to make it more smooth, like the transition from the fade to the top. I'll help you with that. And I take advantage to do it in the top too, like the hair is already short, but I like to do it too because it adds some texture on it, just like that, only in the tips. I brush it up all good, I clean it up. I add some wax in the sides so the hairs don't look loose, and then I put some texture powder you're gonna see now so it can add more style to the top. And I try to shape it up just with the hand, like messing around with it, like a messy style. It doesn't have too much signs, and that's it. You're gonna see the before all grown, as you can see, and this is the after. I hope you guys enjoyed the cut and the tutorial. Let me know if you guys want to see more haircuts like this, more designs. I'm very happy how the haircut came out, and this was only done in 30 minutes, I think, so it's very simple for beginners. Barbers are just starting to cut hair. And like, share, comment what you think, subscribe to see more videos like this. Chill!